Good morning, everyone. So this weekend marks another milestone in a number of different respects. For us as a family, it's a sad milestone because our son and his fiancée were due to be married on Saturday, and it was going to be a big family affair. And so we're really kind of sad that it's not going to happen. At least it's not going to happen until next year, and I suppose we're like many other families that are facing stuff like that at the moment. It's also going to be the first weekend of the lockdown, and I know that that's going to be challenging for many people, and I guess few of us are looking forward to that. We're still going to be broadcasting our services from the sanctuary, so I hope that you'll tune in. Unfortunately, no one can come to those, so we won't be allowed to allow anyone in, but we will be broadcasting live. It's also Remembrance Weekend this weekend. It seems to me that the poppy has grown in popularity over the years. Many football teams and sports clubs have adopted the poppy and have put them on shirts for matches, and then after that they've auctioned them off and the money has gone to the Royal British Legion. And in thinking of that and thinking about Remembrance Sunday, this pandemic in particular has given me a new admiration really for those who served and lived and who survived really through 2 world wars. Just think about it. Imagine I was to say to you that this COVID virus is going to be with us for another 3.5 years, and that as a result of that 8.5 million people are going to die. And then what's going to happen is we're going to get a break for a couple of years, and after that break another virus is going to raise its head, and at the end of that 85 million people will die. You would think that's absolutely staggering. That hardly bears thinking about. Yet that's what people lived through. That's what people survived. That's what people lived with. That's what people overcame. And when you reflect on it, it's a generation that quite frankly was amazing. And many of us know some of that generation because they're part of our families, and we can come to that with a new admiration for everything that they went through and how they dealt with it. And here's the thing, that they did come through it, they did overcome it, that they did build lives again after it. They did create a future out of it. And that's there for us to remember and there for us to learn from. In Israel, there's a memorial to the Jewish people who died during the Holocaust. It's called the Yad Vashem. It's a museum. And in one of the halls there, in huge letters on the wall, it says this: "Forgetfulness leads to exile, but remembrance is the secret of redemption." Underlining the importance of remembering. And even although we're entering into another period of lockdown, maybe we just need to encourage one another and say to one another and remind one another that we will come through it, that it will come to an end. At some point there will be a future out of this. Why? Because the Bible tells us that God is unchanging. And that means that the same God who brought people through 2 world wars and all the difficulty and hardship and suffering that involved is more than well capable of bringing us through this period of pandemic. And maybe this weekend is just another opportunity to remember, and not just to remember, but to give thanks for a generation that have left us an example of courage, an example of togetherness and belonging, an example of perseverance, an example of prayer. And maybe this weekend we can find those moments to wait upon the Lord and renew our strength. So we hope that you'll stay safe during this next lockdown. Again, Mark and I want to say to you, we're here if you need us. Please don't hesitate to pick up the phone for a chat, or if there's other ways we can help, just give us a ring or contact us by email. In the meantime, stay safe. God bless.